What's up, everybody? Justin here with no title of a show, and I can get into that in a second. I figured it was a good time to start making some more videos because I enjoyed them and I got a couple of good comments. Got a new phone mount for my car. That's why you see my steering wheel, my thumb, and it's probably really annoying, so I definitely didn't think that through. No title, because the last title, The Good Morning Wood Show, was apparently a controversial issue. I don't know how to pronounce that word, so bear with me. And so yeah, there were some people that didn't want me to use that title because they thought that it was stealing or something. And I don't know, you know, I was egotistical before and wanted to keep it, and then realized, you know, what's the big deal? I'm not really serious about where I'm trying to go with these videos, or you know, gain a following or anything like that. So I've spent 3 seconds thinking about the title of what I could call these. I think they're called vlogs. I'm so out of the status quo, not the status quo, but what everything's called. I think it's a vlog, a video blog. That makes sense. So anyway, a lot of things have changed. Obviously, we are in June. I think it's the 26th. The only reason I know that is because our porta potty at my job site got cleaned today, and they write the date on the inside, which is pretty cool. Sorry about the light glare. I really don't know what I can do about that. Actually, I think I have a screen that has the suction cups that you can put on the window. So I'll try that when I'm not driving. You know, set it up before we go. Anyway, there's so many different things to talk about. It's been a pretty emotional week end. Today's Monday, and it was great to be back to work. But I'll just give you guys a little update. It's been a few months, a few months, I would suppose, and no longer doing cabinets. I think I was doing in between. I had a job where I was attempting to sell gold and silver for a retirement investment / protection investment, and that went 0 places. I worked there for 4 months, and 1 month I made about $600 profit, which was chump change to most of the people, virtually everybody that I was working with. And so after 4 months, my boss said, we have to let you go because you're not profitable, which is great, because I put everything I had into that place, worked more hours than I think I've ever worked, and usually 2 hours a day we're off the clock. And I kept praying about it. You know, God, give me a sign. Am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be here? If I am, please allow me to make money. And if I'm not, you know, let me know. And God definitely let me know. So I'm working, doing construction again, and I love it. And I applied for, when I got fired from the gold place, I applied for the electricians union. I have taken and passed the entrance exam, and now I'm just waiting on an email for the oral interview. And I'm pretty excited about that. So other than that, things are pretty much the same. There's a new gym that opened in Woodland Hills, which is a stone's throw from where I work, called Zoo Culture, or the Zoo Culture Gym. And then right under the sign it says best gym ever. And I'm not sure if that's true or not. I have not been to a lot of gyms, but in the area, in the San Fernando Valley, in my opinion, it is the best fucking gym ever. And there's a lot of power lifters there. I'm pretty sure there's some Olympic weightlifters. I met a guy there this weekend, Saturday, who is 5 weeks out from, I think it's Mr. America bodybuilding show. And it's a great environment, great atmosphere. The people are really friendly. Like, I would say maybe 2 out of 10 or 1/5 of the members there have headphones on, which I think is a rarity. And it's great. You know, I really fell in love with the place immediately. And it's Bradley Martin is one of the co-owners, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, if you're in the Valley and you're very passionate about lifting and you want to get into a better environment, I would check out Zoo Culture Gym. It's on DeSoto. It's a great place. I recently bought an amazing pair of jeans at Costco, and I love them very much. They're just very stretchy, and I find that that's beneficial. I'm currently pulling on my jeans just because they're stretchy. But I don't know, I have big legs and jeans don't fit, and also, you know, like, jeans aren't really meant for like being agile. And I feel like I could work out in these things, I could run in these things, I could squat, climb, fucking crawl, do whatever I need to, stretch, do yoga in these jeans. And I'm very happy. $15 at Costco. I don't remember who makes them. I want to say Lucky Brand, but I don't believe that's it. So I'll find out. Actually, if you really care to know, then send me a message or something. I'll let you know. So I had an interesting revelation. I don't know if it was a revelation exactly, but something kind of hit me. I've always been judgmental towards people, women, who get plastic surgery, wear a lot of makeup. And plastic surgery, I mean, like, you know, enhanced lips, boob jobs, ass implants, butt implants. I'm not sure what the technical or professional term is, but so I'll say, for one, it's not something that I'm personally attracted to, and I think that that's okay. But where I've always taken it too far, and it's never really been outspoken to anybody that has plastic surgery, because I'm very passive aggressive. But like, I've always been in constant judgment of those people, and I don't think it's not okay. It's never really been okay, but it's just something that I've partaken in. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting this weekend. I was around a few guys, and one of them I felt like he was about to say something negative, gossip per se, about a woman I knew. We were all at a barbecue. It was a big gathering for a nonprofit, and I interrupted him. I said, "Don't. I respect her very much. She's somebody that, you know, I like, or whatever, and I just prefer you not to say anything." And it was funny because he like backpedaled and tried to justify, or kind of justified what he was about to say. And he's like, "Well, I just want to say that I dated her." And I was like, okay, that, you know, like, that's great. But it also like gave me a lot of insight to myself, because I do that as well. And I don't know exactly like where it comes from. It doesn't really matter. You know, I've realized that knowledge of why my behaviors are as such is not fuel enough to change my behavior. What usually happens is that I have to get into a position within myself where I'm no longer comfortable with that behavior, or that behavior reflected towards me, that I then see like the pain and the disturbance that it can cause me and other people. And it's a growing process. It's not like I have these realizations and I'm like, oh, okay, like, I'm on my way to fucking change. Here we go. I'll never do that again. You know, whatever it may be. But what I realized is that, like, maybe, and this may not be true, you know, it's just a theory, but maybe like a woman who gets breast implants or butt implants is just insecure and like genetically lacking in that department. And today, in our society, you can buy those things. And I've never been one to have a large income or come from money, and so I don't know what I would be like or how I would act or what I would spend my money on if I had a lot of money. You know, and what I found was that, like, once I had that realization that, like, maybe these women are just insecure, or they're doing what they think will make them happy, it gave me a huge sense of connection. And not that I've, like, I don't think I've really talked to any women that have plastic surgery. I'm not really sure. I don't keep track. But like, it just made me realize like we're all in this together. You know what I mean? Like, we're all in life together. Like, I have insecurities. I'm afraid of a lot of different things, and maybe they are too. And if I were able to see that more often, then I would probably have a better sense of connection to my surrounding world. And it was very like relieving to feel that way and have that perspective for once, because it's usually a lot of like just scorn and judgment and like unnecessary negative bullshit. And I thought that was really cool. Another thing that I went through this weekend, or that is still kind of processing, is I come from I don't know, however you want to say it. We'll say I come from bad seeds per se. My mom is very, very transparent of me to do on social media. So my mom is, I'm convinced, is and virtually always has been a drug addict, and so she has been on and off trying to be a part of my life, and I've been very resistant towards that and very unagreeable with her to set up a time for us to hang out. I have a 4-year-old daughter who she's never met, partially because we lived in Hawaii for 2 years, my daughter and I, a year and a half, and my mother was not there. And another part is that I just don't trust her yet. I'm not comfortable with her being around my child yet. And I'm sorry, that was my coffee cup. Apparently, I need to pay more attention when making right turns, because there's crosswalks everywhere. So I had a conversation with a mentor of mine, and we were talking about forgiveness and having no expectations, and so I said, well, you know, I tell my mom that if she wants to make plans with me, yeah, give me 2 weeks notice, because I'm so busy, which is, it's been true. I don't know why, but the past 3 months or so, about 3 months, have been insanely busy, like so much so that like I'm ready to just schedule a weekend where I don't have a single responsibility. And so I said, you know, I told her 2 weeks, give me 2 weeks notice and I'll let you know. And he goes, well, maybe she can't give you 2 weeks. And I thought that was very interesting information. And so I realized that, you know, one day she's gonna die, and I'm gonna have feelings about that. And the feelings that I'm gonna have about that are probably gonna be affected by one of 2 different positions. And one of them could be, I did the best that I could, and I was supportive of her being in my life, and just try to be as forgiving and loving as possible to her. And the other is, I can hold on to this grudge and, you know, say that I don't trust her because of whatever, and then be full of guilt and remorse when she passes away, because it's inevitable. We're all gonna, you know, eventually pass away. And I don't want to be on the side of having guilt and remorse, because I know what it's like to carry deep and heavy guilt, and it's not comfortable, you know. And if so, it's hard to admit that I'm willing to take the action now so that I don't have to live with that feeling later. And the reason that I'm sharing this is because I feel like when it was brought to my attention that that's an option, and that I need to let go of how I think she needs to act, it was like virtually groundbreaking wisdom. And it's something that I've yet to put into practice, but like I said, I plan on doing so, because I don't want to live with the feelings of regretting my behavior towards my mom when the day comes that she's no longer here. And I wanted to share it with, you know, whoever may come across these videos, because not everybody has the opportunity to be talked to in a way that would guide us towards more loving behavior. And when I realized how judgmental I had been and how separate it made me feel from the world, and still does, I thought to myself that, like, if anybody that I judge from a distance would ever come up to me for any reason and ask me for help, like, I would do my best to help. And it's because I like people and I like being alive, and I don't know, it sounds so weird and basic, but it's true. Like, I have this passion for life, this zest for like human nature and just like the human condition, you know what I mean? Like, we're brought into this world and like really nobody has any real idea of what's going on or how it's supposed to go or where it's supposed to end. But you know, we're like force fed this belief that we have to go to school and get good grades and probably play sports or, you know, play an instrument or be in like, you know, any extracurricular thing that we could list on like our resume of who we are as a human, not necessarily like a work resume, and that's supposed to mean something, you know? And I feel like a lot of us like look at it from like a perverted aspect, you know, like you have to do something and be the absolute best at it or whatever, and that's not the case. I mean, I feel like, you know, like I don't go to the gym because I'm the best, strongest person at the gym. You know, I'm not the tallest, I'm not the strongest, I'm not the biggest. It's something that I enjoy, you know, and nobody makes me go. I make myself go sometimes. And there's also a lot of positive benefits from it. But like, we're just force-fed this belief that like you have to go to school and get good grades and then go to college and pick a career. I think it's crazy. Like, when you're 18, like, pick a subject that you want to study for the next 4 years, and then you're going to embark on this journey that everybody calls a career when you're 22, essentially. And that's, you know, not always the case. I don't know. I want to know. I need to look up like what the percentages of people are that actually go to college and start a career from their chosen subject versus the people that may drop out or just graduate high school and not choose college or whatever. Because I want to know like what the statistics are, just out of curiosity. So in length, because it's definitely not in short, in length, like what I'm trying to get to is that like we all struggle with stuff. And I think that that's okay, because I've found that I find the most peace and the most purpose in staying a part of the journey and not trying to control the results of, you know, of what is to happen. Like, I applied for the electricians union. Cool, I took the test, I passed the test, awesome, I can't wait to be an electrician. Well, that's not necessarily the case, because I might not get picked. You know, I might not interview well, I may have scored low on the test even though I passed, and they might not choose me or whatever it might be. But it was exciting to like take the test and go to the local 11 and like look at the, you know, just be in that environment and see what it was like. So back to in length, like I'm here to help is what I'm trying to get at. And I know that like everybody has people that are here to help, and you may not know that that's available, and I just want to say that it is available. And sometimes we just have to look, and sometimes we have to look really fucking hard, and sometimes we have to look for a while before we find what we're looking for. But I think that if you keep searching, it's there, you know. And I think that like the better I am at connecting with other people, the fuller and more purposeful my life is, you know, because I still have no idea what I want to do. You know, the electrician thing is a great idea. I don't know if I'm going to be passionate about it, but if it's something that I stick with, then I'll be able to support my family, and that's the biggest priority for me, you know. I really don't know how to end these videos, but I don't know, you know, like if you got something from this, if you listen this long, I mean, 20 minutes is a long time to, you know, gather someone's attention when they're not intimately involved or devoted to a human being. But if you got something from this, let me know, please. That would be awesome. If there's anything that you want me to talk about, or if there's anything that stood out, let me know what it was, because that's always exciting to hear about too. And I'm on a safari, by the way. It's totally not true. I keep this on to not get sunburnt while I'm working, because that's pretty painful and taxing. But anyway, I hope you guys had a great weekend. It's Monday, and I hope you're off to a great week, and I look forward to making another video for you guys. Have a great day.